Today, we are diving into a book that has, no joke, completely transformed how millions of people think about their daily lives. It's Atomic Habits by James Clear. And look, if you've ever struggled to make a new habit stick, or let's be real, to get rid of a bad one, then this one is for you. We're gonna break down these simple, science-backed ideas that can help you literally redesign your life one tiny choice at a time.
So let's just get right to it with a question that I think we've all screamed into a pillow at some point, probably around the end of January. Why is it so hard to make new habits stick? You know the feeling, right? You start off with all this motivation, you're gonna go to the gym, you're gonna learn Spanish, you're gonna finally start that side hustle. But a few weeks later, poof, the fire's gone and you're right back where you started. So what gives?
Well, the problem, as James Clear explains it, is that we've got it all backward. We think change has to be this huge, dramatic event. We aim for the moon. We want that massive overnight transformation. We put all our energy into these big defining moments, and in the process, we totally miss the quiet, unstoppable power of just making tiny improvements every single day.
And that brings us to the absolute heart of the book. It's a game-changing idea that's kind of counterintuitive, but so powerful. It's the concept that real, massive change doesn't actually come from massive action. It comes from something much smaller.
It all starts with this. Just 1%. That's it. Clear asks this brilliant question. What if you stop trying to completely revolutionize your life overnight, and instead you just aim to get 1% better at something every single day?
Now I know what you're thinking. 1%? That's nothing. Reading one more page? Doing one more push-up? It's so small you'd barely even notice it. And you know what? You're right. On any given day, it's pretty much invisible. But the secret sauce, the real magic here, is in the consistency. It's about doing it every single day. And when you do that, a wild mathematical force starts to kick in.
And this is where it gets crazy. This is the power of compounding. If you get just 1% better each day, by the end of the year, you are not 365% better. No, you're almost 38 times better than when you started. It's staggering. Your habits are basically the compound interest of self-improvement. They seem small now, but over time, they build into something absolutely incredible.
Okay, so before we even get into the practical how-to stuff, Clear says we have to make 3 huge shifts in our thinking. We need a mental upgrade. Because without getting this internal framework right, none of the tips and tricks are actually gonna stick. This is the foundation for everything.
First up, we have to stop obsessing over goals and start focusing on our systems. Now look, goals are fine, right? They give you a direction. I want to write a book is a great goal. But your system is the process. It's the writing schedule you follow every single week. And here's the thing, winners and losers often have the exact same goals. What separates them is a better system for making progress.
And this quote just hits the nail on the head. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Let that sink in. It means if you're struggling to change, the problem isn't you. The problem is your system. Focus on fixing the process, and the results will take care of themselves.
All right, this next idea is probably the deepest and most powerful one in the entire book. True change isn't about the outcome you want, it's about the person you want to become. This is the idea of identity-based habits. The goal isn't just to run, the goal is to become a runner. See the shift? You decide who you want to be, and then you prove it to yourself with small, consistent actions. And this quote is just so empowering. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. Every time you put on your running shoes, even if it's just for 5 minutes, you're casting a vote for being a runner. One vote won't change your beliefs overnight, but as those votes pile up, the evidence for your new identity becomes undeniable.
Okay, so with that new mindset in place, let's get to the really practical stuff. This is the simple, brilliant framework you can use for pretty much anything, the 4 laws of change. This is like the user manual for your brain.
So it turns out that every single habit we have, good, bad, weird, runs on this simple 4-step feedback loop. It starts with a cue, like your phone buzzing. That triggers a craving, you want to see the message. That leads to a response, you pick up the phone, and finally, the reward. You satisfy your curiosity. Cue, craving, response, reward. That's the backbone of every habit.
And here is where Clear's genius really shines. He takes that loop and turns it into 4 simple laws.
If you want to build a good habit, you make the cue obvious, the craving attractive, the response easy, and the reward satisfying. Want to break a bad habit? You just flip it on its head. Make it invisible, unattractive, difficult, and unsatisfying. It's so elegant, and it's so powerful in practice.
So the theory is great, but how do we actually use these laws? The real magic of this book is all the super practical strategies it gives you. So let's look at a couple of the best ones.
And this is why this book is such a bestseller. It's basically a toolkit for your life. This cheat sheet gives you just a peek at the kind of techniques he offers. For making a habit obvious, you can try something called habit stacking. For making it attractive, temptation bundling. For making it easy, my personal favorite, the 2-minute rule. There's literally a tool for every situation. This is a great slide to just pause and soak in.
Okay, if you only take one tactic away from this, please let it be this one, the 2-minute rule. It's so simple it feels like cheating. Any new habit, when you're starting out, has to take less than 2 minutes to do. So read before bed becomes read 1 page. Do yoga becomes roll out my yoga mat. The whole point is to master the art of showing up. Starting is the hardest part, so make starting impossibly easy.
Here's another absolute game changer, especially for that first law, make it obvious. It's called habit stacking. You just find a habit you already do without thinking, and you chain your new habit to it. So the formula is, after I do my current habit, I will do my new habit. For example, after I pour my morning coffee, I will meditate for 1 minute. Your coffee is the trigger. It's brilliant. So, as we wrap things up here, let's zoom out. What's the really big idea? Beyond all the laws and the rules, what is this all really about? It's about a complete shift in how we think about becoming better. It's about designing your future self.
And this right here is the ultimate takeaway. You don't need more willpower. You don't need to be a hero. You just need a better system. Lasting change comes from your daily habits, not from some once-in-a-lifetime transformation. The secret is to stop fighting an uphill battle and instead design your world so that good habits are the easiest path to take. You're not just living in your environment, you are its architect.
And this quote just wraps it all up so perfectly. Building a good habit is like growing a flower. It all starts with one tiny seed, one small decision that you repeat day after day until it blooms. That's where real, lasting change comes from.
So I'll leave you with this final thought, a question for you to take with you. After everything we've talked about, the power of 1%, focusing on systems, the 2-minute rule, what is the one single, tiny, atomic decision you can make today to cast a vote for the person you want?